Just coming in, 4-year-old child raped in Rajasthan. Sub-inspector arrested.
A 5-year-old girl who was raped and then brutally murdered in Kochi.
A student of class 8 of a government school in Delhi, she was raped while she was sleeping on the terrace of a house by her paternal cousin. She was raped again by her cousin's husband in a few weeks.
Minor who has been molested and murdered near Mumbai.
An 8-month-old baby girl allegedly raped by her own cousin, 27-year-old cousin, in Delhi's Shalimar Bagh area.
In UP, an 18-year-old was forced to film her rape to produce evidence against her own father, who has been sexually molesting her for the last 4 years. When her mother did not believe her, the teen asked a friend to film the incident.
The clippings that you saw is just the tip of the iceberg. Do you know, as per the National Crime Record Bureau 2021, every 10 minutes a child gets sexually abused somewhere in India, which means 148 children every day. And these are just the cases which have been reported. However, a huge number of cases goes unreported and unnoticed. I remember my cousin brother telling my little niece to kiss him on his cheeks. There is nothing wrong in this, but I saw her being uncomfortable and hesitant to say no. Her mother joined in the conversation. Come on, do it. He is your uncle. I tried to defend her. She has her boundaries, and what about her consent? He brushed me off by saying, keep your social work to yourself. And this took me back to my childhood, where I was helpless and scared in front of my elders. My mother, who is a single parent, did everything in her power to take care of me. She was my father, brother, sister, and a friend to me. But she was also trapped in a culture where she believed that elders are always right. And where did this conditioning took me? I fell into one swamp after another. When I was 8, a neighboring uncle started coming to our house. He played with me, brought snacks, and also said, I am like his daughter and a princess to him. He gained my and my mother's trust. He played a game with me where initially he touched me in a normal way, and later his touches became intimate. I was just 10 when this game turned into rape. And he just did not stop there. Whenever possible, he regularly raped me until the age of 15 years. I didn't have courage to say him no, so I kept on running from him till the age of 22. I felt guilty, dirty, isolated, and worse, I saw myself as a victim. After completing my master's in social work, I did a personal transformative program where the leader said 4 words which got stuck in my mind. It's not your fault. It took time for me to translate it to my situation, but the question started running in my mind. Was I not guilty despite I was not able to say him no? Was it not my fault that he kept on raping me for so many years? And was it not my fault that I was not able to take help of my adults? And the answer to all this question was no. It's not my fault. He is the perpetrator, and the culture has forced me to be obedient towards my elders, even when they are wrong. And where it has taken me. After this, I immediately called my mother and told her everything about it for the first time. Of course, she was shocked. Why didn't you tell me at that time? I could have helped you. I could have protected you. Well, back then, I didn't knew he committed a crime. After this, I started working with Urban NGO for preventing child sexual abuse. As a trainer and a counselor, I met various children who were going to similar incidents. but were hesitant to talk about it. Simultaneously, I started sharing with my family and friends. As I opened up, they also started opening about it. We all know child sexual abuse has a long-term impact. Guilt, shame, self-blaming, doubt, trust issues on people, and the list goes on. I understood. As a child, we all need someone who can aware us about our personal safety, about our personal boundaries, about safe and unsafe behavior, about our private body parts, and most importantly, tell us that it's okay to say no. Even if they are our elders, even if they are in authority, no one is allowed to break our personal boundaries. And that's what led me to found Mukhlasi. Mukhlasi means freedom. And we envision a world where children are free from being sexually abused, where they are safe and growing in a nurturing environment. Currently at Mukhlasi, we have two initiatives. First initiative, Beacon of Safety, which has 4 stages. In stage 1, children will learn how to express themselves freely, their thoughts, their emotions. In stage 2, children will learn about their personal safety, about their private body parts, their boundaries, safe and unsafe behavior of others, and most importantly, identify list of adults who will help them to be safe. Stage 3, where children will learn how to protect themselves by expressing in an assertive way, by self-defensing, and also by taking help of their trusted adult. Stage 4, caregivers who are initially identified by the children itself, they will learn about sexual abuse. They will learn about its prevention method. And most importantly, they will learn about how to create a safe and nurturing environment where a child is able to express anything and everything that they don't like, that they like, anything. And all these stages, they will be learning through games, storytelling, and activities. Our second initiative, Catalyst of Change. Here, we are majorly focusing on training stakeholders like teachers, community leaders, social workers, various NGOs, so that they can implement our 4-stage model in their respective localities. After our training, we see that parents and elders, they are creating an environment where children are safe and are in nurturing environment where they are expressing their thoughts freely. And children, they are being assertive. They are able to say no, even anyone who is standing in front of them. And children are taking care of their own and others' safety. When I was a child, no one was there to tell me about the safe and unsafe behavior of others towards me, or how I could have protected myself. But after the transformative training, I regained my lost confidence. Do you remember the uncle from whom I was running away from? I confronted him for his action and said him, "Stop. You cannot do this with me anymore." And now he runs away from me. Unfortunately, I woke up too late. But through Mukhlasi, we want to aware children at very early stage to prevent such kind of experiences. Act now, before it's too late. Thank you.